Hi everyone, this is Abhishek from Rocket. So in this video we'll discuss about everything related to tables in Rocket. So in the previous video I've discussed how you can create a database. So under every database there are tables. In tables we define the structure of the data, and also we define what sort of operation we need on that data, and based on that Rocket automatically creates all the APIs. Okay, so in the screen you can see that I already have a database called testdb. So I just quickly created one database for this video. So in your case, just quickly create a table and then make sure just quickly create a database and make sure that that database is pre-selected. If you have multiple databases, then in that case you will see multiple entries here. I just have one, so it is just one. So make sure that database is selected. Also there is this highlighted option as well, which basically indicates that this is the selected database. Once you do that, go to the table section. So the first thing that we'll discuss is how we can create a table. So there is already a new tables button. Just go ahead and click on this. This basically opens a small like a form where you have to write two things. One is the name of the table, another is the description. So let's just test table, and then just provide a description, test table for table, and just click create. Once you do that, this automatically creates the table for us. So this is the table. Now let's say we want to edit the table. So you just click on the table to select it. This is the name of the table, so just make sure you're on the correct table. There's this button edit, so you just go there and you can edit. So it's already provided with the with our original value. So let's just say 2, which basically just for showing the edit. So click on create now again, and this automatically added the 2 here. So this basically edits the table. Now let's say you wanted to add an attribute. So an attribute is kind of like columns in SQL tables. So when you create a table, you have to add attributes to define the structure. So for example, if you have a users table with columns such as name, age, and gender, so here you can create attributes for those same things. So one attribute for name, one attribute for gender, one attribute for date of birth, or any other things. And you can add the necessary operations you need on the specific attribute. So for example, in this case, I'll add an attribute called name. Okay, so just create name, name of the, let's say, user. Okay, so just click on continue to the next step. In the next step, we have to provide a data type. So data type in this case, we will just go with string, but you can see there are a few other options. The enum variables enum values are disabled currently, because if you select enum only, then I have this option. Another thing is you can mark this field as optional. So if it is optional, then Rocket will treat it as an optional field. If you don't mark it, then this becomes a mandatory field. So every time you, for example, add a new data for this particular table, you have to provide that data. I'll just leave it at mandatory. Okay, let's go to next. So this is the indexing section. So you can mark this field as a unique. So if unique, that means duplicate values cannot exist. And the next option is indexable. So whenever you create a index for this particular field, Rocket automatically creates indexing APIs. Check the documentation for more information. I'll just mark this field as indexing. Next is there are a few get operations. So you can mark this field as searchable. So let's just say I toggle this as searchable. So Rocket will automatically create a search API for it. If I mark this as sortable as well, so it automatically creates a sorting API for us. There are a few other options that are not available for this, because less than equals, greater than equal are only available for number data types. You have also equal and one-off operations. I'll just not select those. Next, I go to the write operation. So here you can mark this field as editable and deletable. That basically means whenever you edit a field, you have to use this particular attribute, which is the name attribute here we're creating, as the main like a ID field or the marking field, through which it will find that particular record. Similarly, for deleting purposes, you can say also you can enable this as well. So that means whenever you enable this, and if you provide an XYZ name, that will delete all the records where name is XYZ. I'll just enable both of these for this example. And finally, you have an aggregate operation. So you have a lot of aggregation operation here. Most of these are disabled because most of these are available only for numbers. You can enable the count operation and the frequency operation as well. Now I click on create. So the moment you do that, this automatically creates an attribute, and you can see all the configurations that we did. So this is all about creating an attribute. Now let's say you wanted to edit this attribute. You maybe made a mistake, or you want to change something. So you click on this edit button, this opens the same form. Now you have all these options again. So let's say this time I just mark this field as unique. Okay, I just go continue, and finally create, and this updated the file. Now you can see that this is this is unique now. So this basically updates. Now let's say you wanted to delete an attribute. So you already have this option. Once you click on this, again this opens a small like a confirmation window where you have to make sure that you are deleting it. So I'll just go and click on delete. So once you click on delete, it deletes all the attributes. So now there is no attribute for this table. And finally, if you wanted to delete the entire table also, you just go back and there's this delete button. Just go ahead and click on this. They should again open the confirmation window. You click on confirm and that deletes the table as well. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks.